for contact and get a little closer?
It feels good. It's been a long 3.5+ months, whatever it is. Just trying to understand all the different checkpoints I had to get through to get to this point, and then what's left. But this is the fun part, I guess, where you get actually able to play basketball and worry about what happens in between the lines and not so much the specific rehab parts. But it's nice to get out there with my guys and play and keep moving forward.
Do you have a game yet that you're definitely targeting?
It's always been March 1st, but that for me mostly is just to give you, like you said, a target. Like, you have to have something to work towards in the rehab process, because it gives you, a barometer for each week what you're building towards. And like I've always said, I hadn't had any setbacks along the way. This has been a very long, strenuous rehab process, and something I haven't been through before. So it's nice that I'm getting that type of response with everything or every new challenge that I kind of go after.
Are you confident that you're gonna get that?
You think you'll play that night?
I still hope so. I mean, it's still a week away, so I don't know.
Were there any moments during this process when you doubted March 1st?
No, but there's always difficult parts of rehab that you just have to stay positive, through. This was broken hands are all different types, and this was a serious one that had a lot of nuances to it. With the 2 surgeries and the nerve damage and stuff that I'm still dealing with, so it's again, everything was new. If it was an ankle thing, I'd tell you exactly what was happening every step of the way, but never any doubts. It's just, you understand how hard rehab, how monotonous it is at times. We have a lot of guys that have been going through it or are still going through it right now, so I'm not the only one experiencing it, and you just keep working.
What's the nerve stuff like? Is it like some sensation or tingling?
All that type of stuff. When you have 280 pounds laying on your hand, it's bound for something like that to happen. So, thankfully, it's responding. It's just a slow process.
Is there any worry that the hand will ever get back to what it was, or do you already feel like it?
I'm getting used to what a new normal is. It definitely feels different than the right, but you try to get to a point where when you're actually playing basketball, you don't think about it. Whether it feels all the way the same or not, that really doesn't matter. It's just as long as I'm not worried about the things that I'm trying to do, the strength part of it, and how it bounces back, the next day after, pushing it, whether it's, contact type stuff and all that. So you have to pay attention to all that type of stuff. But to answer your question, it is going to feel different. Anybody who's been through surgeries knows it takes a long time for it to get back to true normal. So I'm just trying to, functionally speaking, when out there on the court where I'm not thinking about it, that's what I'm trying to get to.
Your game is so much about touch, feathery stuff around the rim. Do you feel like even with the left, it's what it was? Obviously you need to get the rhythm back, but even just with the nerve stuff.
I'm gonna find out.
True.
How was it to scrimmage today?
It was fun, man. That's what you're used to, just, again, playing basketball. I've done every rehab drill you can think of by yourself in a gym, trying to work on your conditioning and skill work and all that type of stuff. And that's all fun, and there's a purpose to it, but it's nothing like just playing basketball and competing and having fun out there the way that I like to do. So it was nice. I was excited this morning for sure.
How was it to play alongside Andrew?
It was fun. I've been watching, obviously, and seeing just the what he's capable of on a nightly basis. He's a walking 20 points for sure, and the intangibles that he can bring in terms of the speed, cutting, his length on defense, all those things would be a fun kind of process to build that chemistry. So honestly, this is a 15-month journey to, hopefully spring of next year where we're going to be at a high clip in terms of what we're about. But you got to have that perspective of every day trying to build towards something. And hopefully I get some games with him and start that process as soon as possible.
This is the first time we've talked to you since that move. What did you think? I mean, it was pretty obviously seismic decision by the front office. This direction you guys are going.
Yeah, I mean, there's obviously talk from last summer, and you try to block all that out and just play basketball. And understanding, the team that you have is what you're working with, and the business of the NBA, front offices, teams have to make decisions like that. You look at our lineup, and it obviously makes sense in terms of, the position that he plays and the skill set that he brings, and obviously with me and Clay coming back healthy, trying to predict what that would look like. And so he's shown kind of obviously some bright spots about what he's going to be able to do out there on the floor. And I'm excited about it. Same way it was this summer. This is a situation that we have, and I'm excited to get out there and play. And I know he is too.
Steph, following up on that, how much different is this team that you're coming into now compared to the team that you were coming into to start the season?
I mean, it's entirely different. It's you got Loon, EP, JP, P. Lee, Draymond. Am I missing anybody that went on the opening night roster? Keith and Kai, right? So now that as I listen to them, it's a pretty substantial group of people, but it's just different in terms of the context of what we're building towards this year. At the end of the season, we want to try to end on a high note and get as many wins as possible, start to build the right habits. And as I try to get back out there on the floor, see what some of the rotations might look like and whatnot, and obviously you imagine what that's going to be like with Clay as well going into next year. But really right now it's just about trying to build the right habits, because obviously where we are in the standings and with 5 games left, whatever it is, that's really the only thing you can hold on to right now. And we want to have our own excitement. We want to enjoy coming to work and playing for something. So I think that's finding whatever motivation that is down the stretch would be good for us.
Speaking of that, you obviously hear what people say. What do you say to the people that say, "Oh, Steph's coming back, he's going to screw up the lottery odds"?
I'm gonna do what's right for me, and that's about it.
How's it gonna be to play, knowing that you're not gonna be competing for a title?
Pretty much came to grips with that already. So
When did you come to grips with that?
I don't know exactly, but when you're injured and you kind of see everything from the outside perspective, it's that alone is different. For 4 months, you can't really do anything about it on the court. And we had injuries all across the board. Draymond, the last man standing out there pretty much for most of the season. Just feeling for him and what he's emotionally, physically been through this last 5-year run and even this season. So that's like the hardest part. But in terms of me, I just want to play. And after that, obviously I know come April it'll be a longer vacation. But again, it's kind of going back to what this next 15 months is going to be like. Finish the year on a strong note. We got a lot to kind of work on and focus on down the stretch of the season. Handle the off season the way we need to. Hopefully play this summer. And then you come back, hit the ground running, trying to get back to where we're supposed to be. Chasing championships. So, yeah, it's really the focus right now.
When you try to find positives out of this experience, is the fact of you not playing 60 games and Clay taking a year off and then not being in the playoffs, and going into next year fresh, is that a positive that you think about? Is that a factor in?
Yeah, because that's the situation. That's the reality. Like, obviously, if I wasn't hurt, who knows what it would be like and what I'd be saying right now sitting in this chair dealing with what that reality was going to be. But, injuries happen. You understand how long I was going to be out, and the team, trying to just be competitive and get build the right habits in that process. We are where we are right now, and we know what's ahead. So it's been a long year. It's been tough for a lot of different reasons, but we've had a hell of a run, and we know we have a lot more in the tank. So at the end of the day, this is going to be good for me to get back out there and just try to help bring some positivity, some energy, some joy to what we do, finish the year strong, and we'll be trying to go back to the drawing board in the summer.
You've been through injuries before, but how was this one? The long hours in the gym, and the last time we saw you, you had the brace on. Like, how did you deal with boredom? How did you deal with being out of your routine for so long?
It came in waves. This is the first time I've been out this duration during the season. Like, the ankle surgery is way back when during the summer, so nobody was playing. So it wasn't like I was missing anything. When I first got hurt, it was tough just because I was just getting into that competitive mode. 4 games in, there's a lot of excitement about just the year in general, and that's taken away. So the first 2 weeks were rough in terms of your routine being. The shock factor of that, the surgery and all that. And then I kind of settled in and trying to be productive, either around the team or at home with my family. And then it was just all about the rehab process, kind of understanding that was going to dictate where I needed to be and how long I needed to be where and what I was focused on a daily basis. But I've had a really good time just understanding or getting a fresh perspective about how all this stuff works on the court, in the locker room, upstairs. You get to hear a lot and see a lot more when you're not just so focused on the game and winning and losing. So I've taken all those learnings, and I think I've grown a lot for sure over the last 4 months, just again with my perspective about where we are, what we've accomplished, and what we're trying to go after going forward, and I'm going to use that to my advantage for sure.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.